friend, Buck Logan said, is a word that I don't use more than once every 10 years. But maybe I could make an exception this evening. We'll shake hands if you say the word. Yes, we did shake hands. And when those big, bony fingers of his closed over mine, they made me feel as weak as a baby. He sat down and turned his big head toward the others. "Scatter, kids," he said. "This here's a time for man talk, and you're too young to listen." They didn't wait to be invited twice. They just faded away here and there, and we were left alone. "It was a little roan horse," Buck said after a time. I nodded. "Here's the makins," I said. "Smoke up." He shook his head and pulled out a black pipe. Then he whittled some shavings off a black plug and filled his bowl with that stuff. When he lit up, a cloud of smoke that would have killed mosquitoes filled the air. There was no doubt about Buck being a man-size man. One whiff of that pipe smoke of his was enough to settle the question. It made me fair dizzy. "It was the roan," Buck said again. "Sure," I said, and nodded again. "I understand." About 10 minutes later, he added, "My mule's is close to me, Willis." "Sure," I said. "I understand." And about half an hour later, he said, "Time for me to turn in. This here was a fine talk, Willis." And he went off to bed. You can count the words that had gone to the making of that fine talk. But I felt that I knew Buck, and he felt that he knew me. I turned out at the first crack of day because I've ridden the range so long that the sun doesn't let me sleep late. When I came down, there were the mules all strung out in front of the load of lumber, and Buck hitching them in their places. He must have got up an hour before the light began because he had that whole team fed and harnessed and curried down as slick as a whistle. I stepped out and gave him a hand till he warned me to stop. "They know their boss," Logan said, "but with strangers they think that they're tigers and that they can live on raw meat. Mind the heels of that gray devil on the off-point." I sidestepped just as the heels of the off-pointer whistled past my ear. Buck Logan stepped back to his place and took hold of the jerk line. "Look here, Doc," he said. "What's your job?" "I still got most of a month's wages to blow in," I said. "How come?" "Poker has been good to me." "Poker," he said and grinned. "And then what?" "I got the best cutting horse on the range," I said. "I'll pick me up a job when that money is blowed in." "Fine," he said. "Riding range?" "Riding herd, I suppose." "How about man-size work, Doc?" "I don't know what you mean." "Real pay." "What kind?" "50 a week." I whistled. "That's better than 10, I admitted. Does it sound to you?" "Not a bit." "Why not? Like poker better?" "No, poker always licks me in the end." "Well?" "I'm not a $50 a week man, Buck. 50 a month is more to my style." "No chances, eh?" "Buck," I said, "how old am I?" 32, he answered, quick as a wink. "You missed me by 7 years, I told him. "You're not 39, he said. "I'm not." "The devil," Buck said. "Are you only a kid of 25? "I'm 25, I stated, "but I'm not a kid." "You wear your gray hair right along with me," he said, "and you ain't got the fool look." "I've had the foolishness shot out of me," I told him. He nodded. "I had a pal 15